let's go to page 513, number 1. Okay, this one you're looking for the formula for the nth term. Okay, so you have 2, 6, 18, 54, dot, 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 dot. Okay, so what you need to do is to find a formula, you start with a general formula. So for geometric, you got T of n equal to T1 times R to the n minus 1. So you start with this formula, then you go and fill in the one that you know. Okay, so from here, so this is geometric, so this have to times it by 3. Okay, so you have to multiply by 3, so R equal to 3. And this is the first term, so that's your T1. So substitute these two into here. So you got T of n will equal to 2 times 3 to the n minus 1. Okay, and so that's your formula, and that's it. Okay, so T of n equal to 2 times 3 to the n minus 1. Okay, number 3, you have 1 squared up 2, 2, 2 squared up 2. Okay, so first let's go and figure out the R. So from here to here, you have to multiply by square root of 2. So that's your R. So to find the R, if it gets complicated, what you do, you just use any term divided by the previous term. So use this divide by that, you get that, right? Or this divide by this, you get that, same thing. Okay, and here's your T1, right? So you can start with your general formula, T of n equal to T1 times R to the n minus 1. So T of n will equal to T1 is 1, and R is square root of 2 to the n minus 1. And then you go and simplify a little bit, get rid of 1. So T of n equal to square root of 2 to the n minus 1. Okay, so again, this is a general formula, and this is a formula for this particular problem. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm just going to use the same paper. Okay. Number 5, you have 64, negative 48, 36, negative 27, dot, 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 dot. Okay, so this is not as obvious. Okay, so to figure out the R, you just use any term divided by the previous term. So R will equal to negative 48 over 64. You can pick any term and divide it by the previous term. So R equal to, and if you simplify, so you can divide by, so if you're not very obvious, if it's not obvious, just go and divide by 2. So it'll be 24, divide by 2, you get 32. You can divide by 2 again, you get 12. Divide by 2, you get 16. You can divide by 2, so you get 6, 8. Divide by 2, you get 3, 4. So you're going to be negative 3 over 4. Okay, so that's your R. So now you can start with your general formula. T of n equal to T1 times R to the n minus 1. So T of n equal to T1 is 64. Again, whenever you substitute, put in parentheses. Okay, and this would be a negative 3 over 4 to the n minus 1. Okay, and so that's it. That's your formula. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 7, you have 2, 6, 18, 54, dot, 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 and you're looking for T10. Okay, again, so first let's go and figure the R. So you have to multiply by 3, so R equal to multiply by 3. Okay, again, you always start with your general formula. So T of n equal to T1 times R to the n minus 1. And since you're looking for T10, so this is T10. And so this would be T1 times R to the, since you use 10 and 1, so you have to use 10 and 1. Okay, so you can get the n's in first, then you can go and put in the T1 and R. So T of 10 equal to T1 is 2, R equal to 3, and 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, so T10 equal to, so go and get your calculator. Okay, so you're going to get 3 to the 9 power equal, then you times it by 2, So you kind of have to work backwards. So get this part first, then times by 2. So you're going to get 39366. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 9, you got 320, 80, 25, dot, 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 dot. So if the number is kind of hard to do, what you do is this one. So I equal to 1 over 4. I can use any number divided, pick any number over the previous number. So 5 over 20 give you 1/4. Okay, and you're looking for T8. Okay, so you're looking for T8. Okay, so you can start with your general formula. T of n equal to T1 times R to the n minus 1. So since you're going to use, so this is your T1. So let's go and put the n's in first. So T of 8 equal to T1 times R to the 8 minus 1. Okay, so again, I'm doing small steps, so it's less confusing. So you can use 8 and 1. So you got 8 and 1, so you have to use 8 and 1. So these two numbers have to match exactly these two numbers. And they have to be in the same order. Okay, now you can go and put your T1 and your R in there. Okay, so do a little bit of substitution at a time. So T1 is 320, R equal to 1 over 4, and 8 minus 1 is 7. So T of 8 equal to, okay, so now over here you don't want to use 1 over 4 to the 7. So what you want to do is do this. Okay, so 1 to the 7th power, 1 to the 7th, so you do the top and bottom separately, because if you use calculator, most likely you're going to give you decimal numbers, so you don't want that. So 1 to the 7th power is 1, 4 to the 7th power, okay, is 16384. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to keep it as a fraction, so you need to know how to simplify fractions. Okay, so you can, so notice it's a 4, right? So you're going to be able to divide by 4. So that's going to divide by 4. So if you divide by 4, you're going to get 80. Divide this by 4. Okay, you're going to get 4096. You can divide by 4 again. So divide by 4, you get 20. So this one divide by 4. Okay, you get 1024. You can divide by 4 again, so you kind of keep reducing. So I'm going to get this out of the way. So divide by 4 again, you get 5. Divide by 4, you get 256, and that's as low as you can get. So T8 will equal to 5 over 256. Okay, and that's it. So make sure you know how to simplify your fractions, because you don't want to use decimal, because when you use decimal, you chop off digits, it no longer becomes the exact answer. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 11. You have 40, negative 20, 10, negative 5, dot, 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 and you want to get to T11. Okay, so again, to figure the R, you can just use any term over. So this one, R equal to negative 5 over 10, and so this will equal to negative 1 over 2. Okay, and you're looking for T11. So let's just go and start with T11 equal to T1 times R to the 11 minus 1. Okay, so after we do a few times, we can go and jump right into over here already. Then after that, let's go and substitute T1 and R in here. So again, you got 11 and 1, you have to have 11 and 1. So T11 equal to T1 is 40, R is negative 1 over 2. Again, make sure you use parentheses, you will cut down on a lot of mistakes. To the 10th power, so T11 equal to 40 times, okay, now again, when you have fraction, you don't want to enter that into the calculator, because you're going to end up with decimal and you're going to get stuck. So just go and do the top and bottom separately. So negative 1 to the 10th power is 1. Okay, so negative 1 to the 10th power, so use a negative on the top. On the bottom is 2 to the 10th power, will give you 1024. Okay, and double check 2 to the 10th power. Okay. Now, these are divisible by 4, so I'm going to divide by 4, so I get 10. Divide by 4, I get 256, and this can divide by 2, so I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2, and that's it. So T11 equal to 5 over 128. Okay, number 13. Okay, so you got T2 equal to 18, T3 equal to 12, and you're looking for T5. Okay, so this one actually is fairly easy because you got 2 consecutive terms. So you got, basically you have something over here, then you got T2. So you got something over here, and then T2 and T3, okay, and you're looking for T5. So with 2 numbers next to each other, you can figure out the R very quickly. So R equal to, so you don't have to use formula. Now if, in some cases, most of the cases you have to use formula, but since you got 2 numbers next to each other, you don't have to use formula. You can go and do it right away. So R equal to 12 over 18, and so equal to 2 over 3, okay? Okay, now we can use a formula, okay? So since you're looking for T5, so normally you have to use these 2 to find the R. You use the formula, but again, these 2 numbers are next to each other, so you can figure R right away. Okay, so I'm going to use T5 and T2. So T5 equal to T2 times R to the 5 minus 2. Again, you got 5, 2, so you got 5, 2. Then let's go and substitute numbers in here. So T5 will equal to T2. Now remember, you are missing number in front, right? So here's your T2. So T2 is 18, and R is 2 over 3 to the 3 power. Okay? So T5 will equal to 18 times, okay, 2 to the 3 power is 8, 3 to the 3 power is 27, and these are divisible by 9, so divide by 9, I get 2, divide by 9, I get 3. So T5 equal to 16 over 3. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so you got T1 equal to 5, T3 equal to 80, and you're looking for T6. Okay, so again, these are 2 giving information, so you have to use them to find the R. So use these 2, so you got T3 equal to T1 times R to the 3 minus 1. Again, you got 3 1, so you have to use 3 1. Now let's go and substitute the numbers in here. So you got 80 equal to 5 times R, 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay. Okay. So now to solve for R, you got to divide by the 5. So you got 16 equal to R squared, and take the square root, so R equal to 4. Now we don't have to worry about the negative, because what happens when both givings are positive, you're going to use a positive. Okay. If the givings are negative, then you're going to use a negative. So we're going to just basically take the principal root. Okay. Okay. So now once we find R, now we can go back over here, and I'm going to use these 2. Again, you can use this one with this one or this one, doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm going to use T6 and the T1. Okay. So since I have a 6 and 1, I need to have a 6 and 1, right? So again, this 2 number and this have to match. Then I'm going to substitute all the numbers in here. So T1 is 5, and R is 4. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay, so T6 equal to, so this one you can just work it out. Okay, so you're going to get 4 to the 5 power equal, so this part is 1024, you need to times by 5, so I get 5120. Okay. Okay, number 17, you got y to the 3, y to the 5, you're looking for t of 20. Okay. So again, when you have consecutive term, it's fairly easy. You don't want to use a formula to find the R. Okay, this one is not next to each other, so you have to use formula. But this one, you have terms next to each other. Right away, you can just use the 2 terms. So R equal to y3 over y, right? Again, pick any terms over the previous term, and this will equal to y squared. So that's your R. Okay, so now we can go back over here and we can go and use a formula. So T20 equal to T1 times R to the 20 minus 1, right? So again, 20 and 1, so 20 minus 1, right? So T of 20, T1 equal to Y, and R equal to Y squared, and this is going to be the 19th power. Okay, so T of 20 is equal to Y times Y to the 38. Okay, so you work it out. Exponent of exponent, you multiply. So T of 20 will equal to Y to the 39 power. Okay, number 19. Okay, you have 2. Okay, so this one you want to put geometric mean between the two numbers. So basically you have 2 and a missing number and 8. Okay, so you're looking for the middle number. That's what geometric means. Geometric means you're looking for the middle number. So to find the middle number, you have to multiply and you take the square root. Okay, when you have the middle number, you multiply and take the square root. So this will be equal to square root of 16, so m equal to 4. Okay. Okay, number 19. Okay, so now let's go to number 21. Okay, number 21. Okay, I have a square root of 3, and again, missing number 3, square root of 3. So again, to find the middle number, okay, you have to multiply, and then you take the square root. Okay, so m equal to, now when you multiply, this will give you a 3. Okay, so this will give you a 3. So basically you have 3 and a 3. So you got middle number, the middle number, the geometric mean will be equal to 3. Right, 2 of the radicand becomes an integer. Okay, so again, when you have middle number, when you're looking for middle number, it's fairly easy. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 23. So now you're going to find the 3 numbers in between now. So you got 5, and you're going to put 3 numbers in between. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you got 80. Okay. Okay, so again, it's not too bad because you have middle number. So that's going to figure out this middle number first. So that's your T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Okay, so I'm going to look for T3. So T3 is a middle number between these two. So you have to use 5 times 80. And you take the square root. So you got T3 equal to square root of 400. And you take the square root and you give 20. So this would be 20. Okay? So now to figure out this is the middle number between the two. So you can use these two numbers, right? So T2 will equal to 5 times 20. And you take the square root. So T2 will equal to square root of 100. So T2 equal to 10. Okay? So this will 10 over here. Now by the time you get over here, you can see that R equal to 2. Okay? See that R equal to 2. Right? R equal to times by 2. Okay? So this would be a 40. And you can check, right? Okay? Okay, and so that's it. So your missing number would be 10, 20, 40. Okay? Now, if the number is not as simple, you can always use this, right? So if you do it this way, so T4 equal to 20 times 80, right? Multiply, you take the square root. So T4 equal to square root of 1600, so T4 equal to 40, right? So either way, so you can, it's faster if you get your R, okay? Okay, number 25. So you got 1, and you're going to put 4 numbers in between. Okay? Now this one's going to be much harder to do because there's no middle number. Okay, so if there's no middle number, what you need to do, you need to find out the R. Okay? So here's your T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the 2 given to find the R. Okay, so you start with your formula. So T6 equal to T1 times R to the, now you use 6 and 1, so you have to use 6 and 1. Okay. And you put the numbers in there, so you got 2 equal to 1 times R to the 5. Okay, so get rid of the 1, so 2 equal to R to the 5. So to solve for R, you have to raise this to 1/5 power. So raise to 1/5 power, so you have to do same on this side. So this will cancel out, so R equal to 2 to the 1/5 power. Okay. And if you put in the radical form, R will equal to the 5th root of 2. Okay, so that's your R. So that means you have to multiply by 5th root of 2. Okay, so 1 times 5th root of 2, you get that, right? Again, you have to multiply 5th root of 2. So this will give you 5th root of 4, right? 2 times 2 give you 4. Again, so this will give you 5th root of 8, because you have to multiply by 5th root of 2. Again, multiply by 5th root of 2, so it becomes 5th root of 16. Okay. So you're going to get 5th root of 2, 5th root of 4, 5th root of 8, 5th root of 16. Okay, and those are your 4 answers. So again, if you don't have middle term, you have to use a formula to figure out your R, and then you have to multiply by R on each term. If you have middle number, if you're missing the middle number, you just multiply, take the square root.